All right. It's 5 o'clock and we'll call the agenda setting meeting of the Beaufort County Board of Education to order. Today is July 1, 2024 at 5 p.m. And this meeting is the executive committee of the board, and the three members of that committee are present via Zoom or phone, and that is Vice Chair Colonel Geyer, Secretary Angela Middleton, and myself, Christina Guads. And then also it looks like we have board member Chloe Gordon joining us. And I think the other number was Wendy Cartledge, the general counsel for the district. And I don't see Dr. Rodriguez on here yet. So maybe Molly or Robin could text him that we're starting. So we first need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved, Madam
So
Chair.
moved, Madam Chair. Oh, I'll second.
Okay, thank you. The only thing I'm going to ask is that the meeting minutes be removed from the agenda tonight, as they were not available in adequate time in the documents and diligent. So if we can just, and you don't have a, pardon me?
I said they've been there since Friday.
Not on mine, can't access them. Couldn't access them at noon today, couldn't access them at 2:08, and Angela Middleton's not on a screen where she can see them.
No,
Okay.
I can't see them.
Okay.
I have to see what's going on because I put them in there Friday afternoon after we published the agenda.
Okay, well,
I've got it on mine.
yeah, I couldn't access them. Okay.
So-
All right, so are Angela and Dick okay with approving the agenda without the meeting minutes that are listed?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and me too. Okay, so otherwise the agenda is approved. So next up, we'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. The media was properly notified. So next we are setting the July 9th board meeting agenda. Thank you, Robin. So let's see here. We've got our usual disclaimers at the beginning of the agenda. I'm not gonna, those are just copied from before, right, Robin?
Correct.
Yeah, we don't need to go through all that then. Thank you. You can scroll down to the meat of the matter. All right, first up is the executive session at 5 o'clock. And I'm just going to read these, Angela, so you can hear them, right? Because you can't.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right.
So we have, under executive session, we have several items: property sale in northern Beaufort County, property purchase in southern Beaufort County, custodial services contract, 30-day extension on ESS contract, update on pending cases, employment matter, the personal ratification report, the adult education report, and the Riverview Charter update from Andrea White. So I will just say, woo! That is a lot of stuff. And I know we only have this one meeting in July. We don't have our usual two. There's no way we can do that in an hour, I would say.
Mm-mm.
It's 4:30.
I agree.
Yeah.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Yeah, I think too. We have attorneys, we have property discussions, we have custodial contracts, we have, yeah, I don't see how we could possibly do that. And I would agree, 4 o'clock. Angelo, does that sound good to you?
For you all, I won't be there until I get off from work, and I don't get off from work until 5. So carry on without me. I'll get there when I get there.
All right. Wendy, I think you're on here, correct? On the phone?
Yes.
Do you have anything to add to that or comment?
I just wanted to let all of you know that I will be very brief. I will only take about 5 minutes. It's just very brief on my part. It's just a quick update.
But that's just one of those numerous items here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you for that information. So next we go into our public session and we have our usual order of agenda items.
Currently, we don't have anything for points of celebration.
Okay, so if we don't get any, I guess that could just come off, or you can leave it there, and probably it's best to take it off.
It will come off if we don't have
Yeah.
any.
Exactly. So after the chair report, we have the legislative update from our lobbyists, which we're looking forward to hearing. And remind me, Robin, is she coming in person?
Yes.
Yes, great, which that'll be wonderful. All right, then we're on to our superintendent's report, and under student achievement, we have update for the school year 24-25 graduation. And that's the only item listed. And is Dr. R with us now?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay.
Molly has texted him, but he's not on yet.
Okay. All right. Then under board business action, we have two items.
Actually, we have a third. I have to add a donation.
Okay.
So I'll add a donation onto that.
All right, thank you. So the other items listed here are the strategic plan that the board has to approve before it goes, or at least parts of it, I understand, before it goes on to the State Department of Education. And then this is the update to the school district's logo, which I know we already looked at, and there was, community input, et cetera. And then we'll have a donation. So it's a donation more than 5,000 because those are the ones we have to approve.
$9,185 for costume and dance materials.
Okay. All righty. And then on our consent agenda, we have the board meeting minutes of June 25th. And then the other usual items listed, the future agenda topics, announcements, and second public comments.
I have a question. So
Yes.
since we are planning on perhaps having a special call meeting either on the 10th or on the 11th, do I need to, I will change this based off of the day that we schedule our special call meeting? Or should I just take it off altogether where it says if we're not done by 9:15, we'll reconvene the next day?
I guess you could, yeah, I think I would leave it unless we determine the day that we're going to meet is the 10th. And then I think it would have to be removed because it would be not possible to do both. But let's wait until I spoke with Dave Duff mid-afternoon about our special called meeting, since he's going to be providing the legal advice to the board. And the date of July 10th or 11th hasn't been determined based on the students and their attorneys or attorney and their availability yet.
Okay.
Okay. And I see Earl has joined us, and as I mentioned, Chloe's there. So I'll ask our committee members first if they have any, I'll go with Dick first. Do you have anything you want to add or comment about, or?
No, Madam Chair.
Okay, and now Angela?
No, ma'am.
All right. And then how about Chloe?
He's still muted.
You're muted, Chloe. I'll let you unmute Chloe, and I'll go to Earl. Earl, do you have anything you
No,
want to add?
I just wait to see what we're gonna have on the 10th or 11th or whatever. Thank you.
Okay. And Chloe, would you like to say anything?
Mm. She's still muted, so.
Still muted, yeah.
The answer is no. Thank you for waiting for me.
You're welcome.
Dear
All right.
Reggie.
Oh, you're very welcome. Now we have displayed on the screen the future agenda topics, and the only one that was to be assigned to this meeting was the update from the new director of Right Choices, and that was yours, Dick.
Yes.
I just don't see how we can add that to this meeting. I mean, the meeting looks like it's already extremely long. What are your thoughts?
It can wait.
It can wait till August?
Yeah.
All right, so let's fix that, Robin. And you can take mine off, discussion of potential real estate purchase, because I believe that's included with the meeting the July 9th meeting in executive session. And my other comment, Robin, would be the legislators, have, and the South Carolina Department of Education, they've given us directive on the cell phone limitations, but so the discipline matrix is going to need to be updated. So that would have to come back to the board in August. And what's the date of the first meeting in August?
August 5th,
Yeah, and school starts on the 9th, correct?
yes.
Okay, so I would say that would have to be August 6th, or the first meeting, yeah. Board meeting, thank you. So I think you need to put under discussion of discipline, raise cell phones, because we don't know that that's regarding cell phones at this point. Thank you. All right, I think that would conclude our agenda setting for the July 9th meeting. And I will just, as I've already mentioned in our discussion for this agenda, the board is going to have a special called meeting. And Dave Duff will be advising us on student expulsion appeals. And he thinks the meeting would take about 2.5 hours. And it has not, the date hasn't been finalized, but the 10th and the 11th are looking to be the dates. One of those two dates.
Do
Anybody?
you know the time, Madam Chair?
No, but I suggested 5 p.m. To him, not today, but when I emailed him that the board had, asked for him to help us on this issue. Just because I said there were a number of us who had full-time employment. Would that work for you?
I'll be a little late, but I'll be there. Is it going to be via Zoom?
I will have to ask him. He is definitely coming in person.
He
But I would
said,
assume yes.
he said, yes, we could do it in Zoom since we do executive sessions in Zoom.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And would you be available, Dick?
Well, the clock meeting is scheduled for 6 o'clock on July 10th.
Yeah.
My wife has an appointment at the doctor that I have to be there at 3 o'clock. It should be done by 4 o'clock. So this is at the district office.
I would assume so.
Yes,
Okay, well, then I should be able to make it
Okay.
either, either date, but the clock, would like to be able to go with the clock on the 10th, but if we can, I can't.
Yeah, I think we're really relying on a whole bunch of people's schedules, and especially obviously the students appealing, their families and their attorneys. So, all right. So Robin, do we have any other meeting agenda that we would need to discuss this evening?
No, ma'am.
All right, so next we will go on to scheduling our next agenda setting meeting.
Is July 29th at 5 fine for everyone?
It is not for me as I will be out of town. Could we do it, that's a Monday. Could we do it on the 25th, the Thursday before?
That's fine for everyone else.
Is that good for you, Dick?
Works for me.
And Angela, that would be July 25th at 5 p.m. via Zoom?
Trying to drive and look at my calendar. Hold on for a second.
Oh, don't do that.
Yes. Too
Keep your
late.
eyeballs on the road.
Too late. Yes, the 25th will be fine.
Okay. All right, so that will be the next agenda setting meeting, Thursday, July 25th at 5 p.m. via Zoom. And if there is no further business and no objections to adjournment, we can adjourn by unanimous consent. And I thank everyone who was in attendance tonight for your participation. So we're
Absolutely.
adjourned. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.